o'clock. Isn't it 7 o'clock? Yeah, it's 7:01.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, hold on. Let me admit Alicia, so I won't have to hear about that. And Gwendolyn's got some backup in the background there. So,
I'm gonna be good. I'm cooking.
oh, y'all cooking?
Chili.
Chili. I guess this is a good night for chili.
Yes, it
Uh-huh.
is.
All right. Well, I'm assuming y'all can hear me okay.
Yes, loud and
Good. So we're going to go ahead and get started. It's good to see Chase back with us. Chase, we've been missing you. Yeah, we've been missing you, Chase. Can you just say hello so we can still remember what your voice sounds like? Well, I guess not. um, Felicia was not feeling well after her physical therapy, so she asked if we would give her a pass. Chase, I saw you take yourself off mute. Can you just say hello?
hello.
Hey, thank you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is year 3. We're gonna skip all that. We've been talking about walking in the spirit. We did if it walks like a duck, it must be a duck. The battle for space, the battle for position, and the battle for luminance. That was parts 1, 2, and 3. Don't worry about this. This week's video conference is, are you using the wrong bait? Y'all like that picture? Oh my gosh, I love that picture.
Mm-hmm.
The guy has cast his line in the water and the fish are going the opposite direction.
Oh my Lord.
Lord have mercy. And the reason we I chose to go here, and this is that slide is from one of our workshops for singles, in case you all haven't seen it. So here's what I put in the email. Are you using the wrong bait? In our last video conference, one of our participants said, I must be doing something wrong because I keep attracting the wrong men. I informed our female participants that us men know what to look for in a woman to know if they are an easy catch. And by the way, anyone on who said that, who made that statement, are you on the call tonight yet?
I am.
Oh, good. I thought it was you, Arvelia. And so here's what I said, Arvelia. You know what I find detestable about that kind of guy? Notice I didn't say man.
I saw that.
Is that he would need to look for an easy catch. I know that I'm breaking the man code, but I was never one to go after the easy catch. I like a challenge. I want to work for my whatever. So easy never appealed to me. And by the way, let me just also say this, William, you can chime in if you want. But if to me, if a girl is easy, that means somebody else done already. I'm just
Amen.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? So, but ladies, don't miss this point. Hashtag facts. Don't miss this. Y'all see the technology he's using? Wow. And don't miss the point, ladies. Us men folk can look at a woman and we can know what we can do with you, to you, etc. I mean, we just can't. And I was
James,
hoping,
don't they go both ways though? I'm just asking.
well, if you give me a chance to finish my statement, just asking. Because I was about to say, she done fell out the seat. I was about to say, there are women who can look at a man and know that she can take this man to the cleaners. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So that's what this is all about. Now, before we really get into this topic, y'all, I got to tell you, I had a conversation with Alicia. I don't tell her, Alicia, mute your micro. I mean, not mute your speaker so you can't hear me give you a compliment. But I really love that girl. Not like y'all are thinking. I really love Alicia. I'm not even sure I really love her, but let me just finish my statement.
You need to stop.
No,
I'm still waiting for the compliment.
well, I know, right? No, so we were talking, and I'm a little concerned, y'all, with our last two topics because they ended up being Bible studies. And I have told y'all time and time again, that is not what this is about. Alicia and I had a long conversation, longer than what I wanted, but she gave me the impression she was just gonna be on for a minute because she was in between something. And
Hey, it was you too.
for an hour, y'all. Anyway, we share the same sentiment, y'all. This is supposed to be about what it is y'all want to talk about, and y'all, we've got to get real. Now, we started down the path of talking about temptation, and we tried to let y'all get real, but y'all was scared. And y'all, I get it. I get it. You don't want to let your dirty laundry out, but y'all, the only way you gonna clean it is you gotta let that stuff out. We gotta talk about this. And guess what? I have threatened before, and I'm gonna threaten one more time. If y'all don't stop being like y'all are scared, I will take this hour and give it to the married folks because they are asking for the same thing, right? When you have an opportunity to talk about stuff relevant to the single life and your challenges as being a single, you need to take advantage of it. And if you don't, I don't ever want to hear you say about your congregation or about the church that the church never gave you something to help you with what you're dealing with as a single. Because you're lying in your breast stink if you say that. Come on, Belinda. Somebody talk back to me right here, because y'all, I'm getting sick and tired of this.
I mean, you're true. I mean, you're telling the truth, Brother James. That's what I can say.
We're giving you a chance to talk about whatever it is your challenges are as a single. Okay. Let me tell you, I can look at this two ways. Either you're scared or we're wasting our time because y'all don't have challenges. Either way, I got better things to do with this hour. Yeah, I'm fussing. But Alicia and I had a really good conversation, and y'all, we got real. And hopefully she'll share some of that real with us on this call tonight. But I'd like to be able to help Arvelia with this challenge she's got, and that is she keeps attracting the same kind of men. And Arvelia, let me just say, maybe you haven't been attracting men.
I don't disagree with that.
Your light is on, so talk.
I said I don't disagree with that.
I heard you.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, now, temptation, I thought it was appropriate to use the scriptures we use. And let me say this, and I think I told this Alicia this the other night, that y'all know the scripture. Come on. Y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all know what the scriptures teach about temptation and fornication and whatever else. Y'all know what the scriptures teach. And if you don't, shame on you. And don't go blaming your preacher and your Bible school teachers and none of that, because God has provided a way for you to get a copy of his word, and it's up to you to save your soul. If you waiting on your preacher to save your soul, let me tell you what I told Alicia the other night. On the day of judgment, brother, what's his name? Brother
White.
Brother White. Yeah, thank you. I'm operating on 2 hours of sleep, y'all. On the day of judgment, Brother White is going to be standing up there just like Brother Bradley, trying to get my ticket punched. y'all hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And William, just because your daddy the preacher, he gonna be standing up there just like me, trying to get his ticket punched. Y'all better stop relying on these preachers and these Bible school teachers to give you what you need to make it in life. I'm fussing, but okay. So I started giving Alicia a compliment. Y'all, this girl has a heart that really wants to help singles. In particular, she wants to help the singles at her congregation, at our congregation. But she sends this information out about all these resources, not just this conference call, but others, and all these other workshops and all of that stuff to everybody that she knows. No, I love that woman. And she wants the same thing, excuse me, that I want for this conference call, and that is we just get real. We call a spade a spade. We call it like it is. We tell it like it is, and let's get down and deal with this stuff. And I'm telling you, if I find that we are continuing to do like we've been doing, I'm going to take it personal, like I'm just not effective, and then I'll just stop.
Well, I have something to say.
I kind of figured you might.
I'm older, so I'm stronger, thanks to God, that I don't just have to have a man, but I still would. That is still one of my fondest dreams, is to be married, have a husband, and share my life with somebody. But at my age, I know that might not happen. It could happen, but sometimes, when you talk about easy, sometimes a person like me, I can imagine that somebody might think that I'm easy, but if they got to know me, they know I'm not easy. Not in the way they think, and I'm not all gullible.
Right.
Sometimes just because you're nice and friendly, maybe that's what they makes them think you're easy. I don't really know what a man thinks about me when they see me, an available man, but I do know that probably I'm passed over, and a lot of women might feel the same way because you're not cute enough, you're too fat, or you're too skinny. Your looks aren't just what they want. They don't look deep enough to try to get to know you, or they think you're after their money.
Yeah, and Sister Merlene, that what you just said right there, the females think they're fat, the looks don't, measure up or whatever. Men can look at a woman and tell that. We can see that. And that's one of those things that I'm hoping that we'll reveal in this topic. And Gwendolyn, by the way, do you see later on in this in the email I say, I need as many men on the call as possible to either refute what I said or support it. Ladies, I know that you all know how to pick the guys that you can have your way with. So join us and tell us how you can pick that guy out of a crowd. So yes, it is balanced, Gwendolyn. I know some women who can pick a man apart like a vulture. So that's what this call is all about.
Can I piggyback on what my mom said?
Please do.
To me, and then what is your definition of easy? Because in my mind, a relationship should not be so stressful and me being anxious. It should flow. It should be easy within the aspect of we shouldn't be stressed out trying to get to know each other. It should just basically happen. And most of the stuff that happened in the Bible, it happened. It wasn't hard. Now, yes, they might have had to work for certain things, but it was no conflict or craziness going on between the women. It wasn't like Samson and Delilah type stuff going on with most of the good relationships in the Bible. So what is the definition of easy? I know about being an easy woman, but what is a man's definition of easy? Do they really want drama?
Okay. So we have 3 men on the call right now, Archie, myself, and William. So I'm going to let the other two answer that before I speak, right? Now, when I said easy, or I don't even remember if I said easy, but men can tell, you know, we can look at you and tell whether or not you are going to be an easy prey. Okay. But Archie and William, Alicia wants to know about this idea of a relationship, and I so appreciate her thinking about and talking about how the relationship shouldn't be difficult. Oh my gosh, no. And if it starts out difficult, you need to get out of that thing, because something ain't right up front. Lord have mercy. I have never been in a relationship where I felt like it was work. If it ever got to the point where I felt like the relationship was work, I'll at you. I got a job for that. You hear what I'm saying? I got a job for that. Okay, so gentlemen, would you all answer Alicia's question? Archie, I don't know if you got it all.
I think I caught the gist of it though.
Okay, good. So we don't have to repeat that. So y'all go ahead. I got to look in on my mom. This is our week to have my 94-year-old mom with us. And I have to keep a camera on her. So I'm pulling her up. Y'all go ahead and talk, gentlemen.
Well, speaking from a man point of view, yeah, it's easy for a man to look at a woman to see if she easy, based upon her appearance, and then based upon her language, how she speak. Because for me, there are some women that I would have approached, and there are some I wouldn't have approached, especially my maturity now in the Lord. But there was times when I was coming up, I knew what women that even though I liked them from afar, I knew not to approach them because I knew I was out there lead. Because you have, just like you have, I guess, I'm not trying to speak for women, but women see men as a class, and as men, we see women as a class. You have your corporate women, you have your middle class women, then we can step on down below when you talk about hood rats and chicken heads. So we can, based upon their lifestyle and their environment from where they're from, we know who is easy and who is not easy.
Okay, but
there
Archie,
are some women that
Archie, before you go further, and I really like where you're going, but before you go further, Alicia wants to know what we mean when we say easy.
Woo, easy for me is maybe a different definition than what most people may, for most men.
We just asking for what you say is easy.
Easy for me is a woman that's quicker to get in, or quick get in, will comply to anything that I ask. A woman that is easy, a woman that don't give me a challenge to break through to her intellect. A woman that's easy for me to be able to know her mind and get to know her. That's too easy for me. It's scary to me. And that deter me.
Okay, William, what's easy for you? What does that mean to you?
And kind of along the same thing as what Archie said. Is me personally, I enjoy the process of getting to know someone. So if we skip steps, then I'm not interested. I enjoy that process. So we can't go all the way from getting to know each other all the way to the wedding night in a week or so. if that makes sense. So that, I guess that encompasses the getting to know each other process and the whole sexual aspect of what easy might mean as well. There are some women who just give it up from the beginning, and that's a very big turn off for me. But I enjoy the getting to know you process. So if we just can't cut any corners, I don't think so in terms of getting to know each other in a relationship.
Okay.
William, I got
hold on one second, Arvelia. Somebody's got some background noise going. I don't know if it sounds like a television or something. So please mute unless you're talking. Okay, go ahead, Arvelia. I'm sorry.
okay. William, I just want to prick your brain real quick because you said there are steps where you follow steps. What steps do you follow?
Okay, William,
But just-
before you answer that question, Arvelia, since you made the statement
Yeah.
last week,
Mhm.
can you restate it? Because I'm not sure I got the full essence of what you were saying a couple of weeks ago.
Just that I said that I must be giving off something different because I'm attracting the wrong people.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Okay,
But
William,
I didn't it was
Oh.
easy.
but what now?
I said, but I never said I was easy. So I don't know
Oh,
where
you didn't. You didn't.
And
easy came from. I guess it was last week when I wasn't on the call. Y'all was talking about easy.
no,
but-
no. And I didn't, no. And I didn't say that you said you were easy. I didn't say that now.
We gotta stab at you. We can.
Right,
'cause you-
I know, right? But
Yep.
what I did say and maybe intimate is, women, I mean, and RV, it was in support of your statement of I need some help, maybe, or whatever you said, however you said it, because I keep attracting the same kind of man. And my thought with that, given the idea of easy, is men can look at a woman and tell what kind of woman she is and where they can go and how they can go and when they can get there and all of that. So William, talk about those steps that you like.
Of course, I'm trying to, I mean, I don't necessarily have like a chart that I go off of, but it's a graduation, it's a gradual process of meeting, having conversations, spending time with each other. Eventually the conversation gets to be more intimate, more personal. We get to know each other on a deeper level. Then maybe at that point, if there's, things are flowing well, then we might become monogamous at that point. And then we're processing towards marriage at that point, in my eyes. That's just my view of it.
And William, I'm just asking you these questions because you just be the only person on the call that's man. That's not Brother Bradley. And no offense, Archie, sometimes you a little too churchy. I be wanting straightforward answers. So my next question is Saturday, I was listening in on a Zoom call with a couple, and I've personally known them their whole marriage. And the question was asked to the man, does it really take someone 5 and 6 years to date in order to decide
No.
that they want to get married? So my question to you, only because you said you have these steps, like, is there something specific you're looking for? Do you believe that it's going to take you a while? Like, what is it? I'm just asking you in general.
No, I don't think it'll take 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
A fraction of that, maybe. I don't know. I've never gotten to the point in my own past
Mhm.
where I felt I was ready to marry someone.
Mm.
Me personally. But my longest relationship has only been 10 months too. So I can't speak from experience there. I don't think it takes 5 to 6 years though. I think we know way sooner than that whether we want to marry a woman or not.
Yeah, because that's exactly what he said as well.
Okay, keep that thought. But, y'all have heard my position on that. Archie, now can you address Arvelia's concern without getting?
I think my steps, I use steps just like William.
Reverend Chapman?
I use steps just like William. I don't think it takes 2 years to 5 years for a man to figure out if he wants to marry a woman. We're talking about a Christian man here. But for me, the steps I use, I like to develop a friendship first. Within that friendship stage, I'm able to see her character, her carnality, her humanity, as well as her Christian character. I see I can see her spiritual growth, and I can see how she handle things in life, how she conduct her household business in her singleness. And after a period of time of dialecting and communicating, and begin to talk about life and get to understand her mindset, then I'll look at trying to date her, which is physically go out to spend time with her. and see how that correlate from just phone dialect. And then once I graduate from there, then I'll get to a point where I was like, I want to pursue her for my wife. That's always my mentality, whether it works out or not. My mind says to pursue her for my wife. And then I'll ask her into a conversation to say that I would like to go exclusive for her. I would like to date her and to pursue her as my wife. So those are steps that I take, but it basically started off in a friendship stage.
Now I have another.
And for me, you got a 2-year period with me. That's it. That's my max is 2 years. That's cut off, cut and dry. And sometimes they don't make it past 6 months because it don't take long for me to figure out if a woman can be in my life or not. But if I had to after 2 years, that's a wrap. But most of the time, most of them ain't last 6 months because it don't take me that long.
Okay. Then another thing, and I guess because women and men are different, because you make it seem like you're out here looking for friends and then you just gonna stumble upon your wife. Whereas with women, what we do is we're always looking for someone that is a potential husband.
Yes.
Yes.
But,
Oh,
but can a
I
husband,
agree with that as well. I agree with that well. I mean, I look at every female friend of mine as a potential wife. I believe we ought to be friends first, because if we're not friends, then how can we progress anything else? So
Right.
I think it starts as a friendship and then it grows into
Yeah.
something.
Word friend differently than we do. And I think we talked about this on a couple of other calls, because with women, when we say we're someone's friend, we're your friend.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right. That's
Yeah.
all.
Wait, hold on. Amelia. Wait, Amelia. What do you mean?
Or anything.
What were you trying to communicate there? Because it sounded like you were trying to communicate that when men say friend,
Right.
we think something different. Now, what were you communicating, Amelia?
From listening to what Archie said with this whole friendship thing, to me, it sounds like there is a big gray area. Like I wouldn't be able to pursue anything with Archie, only because he would think that I'm aggressive because I don't like gray areas. I like black and white, because I feel like this: if I'm an adult and you're an adult and I'm looking to find my mate, I don't have time to build friendships with everybody I meet. Like that's not the purpose. I don't need a lot of friends.
Well, I think also, and I agree with you, Amelia. But I also think, I also think that it's not a gray area for a man. It's not a gray area for a man, because a man will know when he meet a woman, he'll know if he's that interested in her. But see, the thing we got to look at, there's a different way of thinking. As listen to James and William and I speak, you have to look at, we are Christian men, but then you have to look at men that are different, that aren't Christians. So when we look at being friends, most Christian men, when they look for, say, a friend, like for me, yes, I'm like William. I'm expecting that, I'm hoping it's a potential wife, but there's a different thinking when a man that is a Christian man living for God say a friend as a woman versus one that's a non-Christian.
Okay. It honestly just depends.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
I was just saying that it's like, I'm the type of person that I'm always quiet, and I seem to attract people away, like people that like, I never thought that someone would like me, but like I seem to attract people that's probably not my type, but they'll come up to me trying to get my attention, but I'll sometimes just walk away because they're not my type.
Okay, yeah, I gotta jump in. And Sabrina, by the way, thank you for that thought. Oh, you weren't finished? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And and also it's just like, when I say friend, it's mostly about like, it just depends on how long I know you. It's like, if I know you for a long time and I could see myself in a relationship, I will want that person to tell me first, because Brother Bradley said that the guy has to pursue first. But especially if I actually like you, it will be harder for me to accept the fact that you just want to be friends, especially if you match up with a bunch of the steps that I'm going through, like the list that I'm going through. but you have someone over here that is coming up to me saying that they liked me, and I'm getting to know them more. They might match up, but I don't know. It's just probably take longer,
Okay, y'all.
especially me.
Let me just jump in. Let me just jump in here. I'm with William and Archie. We got to start as friends, and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm confused. I guess we really do need to define friend,
Yes.
because let me tell you, that beautiful woman that's in there right now, and the only reason she's not on the call is she trying to cook me and her some dinner. Probably more her than me, but but that beautiful woman and I were friends first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Oh, okay. Look,
Can I say something?
no. You're gonna do it anyway, so go ahead.
No, I get what y'all are saying, because I mean, even with me visiting all the different churches that I've been to and doing works with different ministries and things of that nature, and building relationships and friendships with men at these other congregations and my own, I now have a snapshot of who this person is, what type of man this person is. Does he keep his word? Does he do all these different things? So I've already had like certain things that have happened. So if he ever approached me, I would consider dating him. Now, if this other one approached me based off of what I've seen, he wouldn't cut it. So if that's what y'all are saying, then I'm on the same page. I don't know if that's what y'all are saying. In a roundabout way, I think we're almost saying the same thing, but it looks different and is a little bit different for y'all.
Well,
It just depends
well,
on
see,
friends.
well, like how can a man know how to pursue you if a man is not, for me, I don't think, and I'm not trying to speak for all men, but William and James, y'all correct me if y'all feel I'm incorrect. I don't believe that men can just jump in and meet a woman, even though they may like her, and she can have a lot of attributes that he desires, to jump in and say that I'm in a relationship, as use the word, say, look, you my woman. Like for me, in order for me to, because I understand in courtship and dating monogamous, that means that I have to be willing to share my finances. I have to be willing to open up about my emotions, my affection, and my feelings for her. If I don't know, I have to go back to a class that James talked about. If I don't know where I stand at with you, I'm just going to see you as my sister in Christ and as a friend of someone that I have taken an eye to. But if I want to get to the stage of knowing that you into me and we want to progress into this thing, into a relationship, then I can show you the attributes of who I am by giving financial assistance, being able to be able to comfort you, get in touch with your emotions, open up my emotions and my affections and my whole mindset. But for me to just meet you and just say that you're my friend because I want to grow to that point, and until it's verbally agreed that we're going to enter a relationship, I can't even give a woman pieces of me to show her the attributes or the qualities that I portray as a husband.
Okay, and Arvelia, correct me if I'm wrong, and I think we're saying the same thing, but okay, I don't think we're saying like day one, like we go together, right? It ain't that serious. It definitely ain't that serious
At all.
But I think and I think Brother Bradley said, you wait too long, you miss out on an opportunity, which you can. But at the same time, like within that friendship, can you not let the woman know you interested and see where it goes as friends? To basically, we need to know what's up. Where's your head?
That's what
Because
the
a lot
problem
of times,
is. That's what the problem is. People don't know how to date anymore.
right?
They don't know how to get to know one another before they want to jump into a relationship. That's what the issue is.
Yes.
Everybody want to hook up in 1 or 2 months, and that's your time to getting to know someone. I mean, not get into a relationship.
I guess the more like back in the day, it used to be like all you would have to do is the dude would say, "Hey, I like you." Not saying, and that does not mean y'all are going together. But now you know that there is an interest there, and see where it goes as friends. if it seems like it's going somewhere, then now you get into a relationship. I guess, is that what you were saying, Arvelia?
Yes, girl. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse my-
And
Okay,
and
Arvelia,
to
hold on, William. Arvelia,
Yes.
now repeat back, now that Alicia said what she said, repeat back what it is you were trying to communicate. So that
When?
we're all clear.
When?
About the friends.
I've said a lot. So
Yeah,
you
about their definition of friends versus our definition of friends.
It's the
Okay.
same.
it's not the same. It is.
It's not.
And I'm gonna have to give you an example to show you that it's not.
Give us an example,
I
please.
know.
All right. I was getting to know this Christian guy, and for me, it don't take long for me to get tired of somebody, especially when it's like when I'm so he knew that I was interested or whatever in him. And so I think this back and forth went on for like 4 months. And I'm just like, look, I just need to know if I'm wasting my time because I have enough friends.
Yeah.
I was like, if you just want to go out to dinner and stuff like that, great. I'll put you in that box. But if I'm really trying to pursue something serious with anyone, I can't have you occupying my time.
Okay, ladies. Okay, I appreciate that, Arvelia.
All right.
Because
Can I add on to that so the men see what happens with women and why we respond the way that we do sometimes?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I've had kind of the same situation that Arvelia had. A guy, wanting to spend time, and yes, it was friends. Like he was friends, but the problem is he went everywhere I went. So then guess what? All these people that see me think we're together. That's an issue.
And
That's an
don't
issue.
let the
And
church-
so why bring sand to the beach if you're trying to find something? So
because
the thing was, I'm trying to be seen. I'm trying to break twigs and stir leaves and all this other kind of stuff. But how can I when he's always there? If you don't want me, why are you always up under me?
Because you
Okay,
invite him, you
but you
keep
are
inviting him into
allowing
your
that,
space.
though.
Yes,
he
you keep
invites
allowing
himself
it.
to these things. No.
Uh-uh. See, I guess I'm on a different page because I don't feel like you need to spend all that time. Either he likes you to be involved with you or he doesn't.
Right.
And you need to know that
But that's the
for
thing.
yourself.
I think that people are scared to get in relationships for being hurt. So it's like they create situationships. That's the new thing going on now.
Alicia,
And
Alicia, can I help you with
yeah,
that
go
guy?
ahead. Go ahead.
Please let me help you with that guy.
Yes.
That guy was insecure.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was insecure. He didn't have what he needed. He didn't have his confidence up to know how to be in a relationship. Okay. So when he finds somebody that will just let him tag along, that's comfortable for him. So he doesn't have to make the moves that a man would make to say, "Hey, I'm into you." Anybody know Aristo 4? Cause I don't know Aristo 4. Anybody?
Can't say that I do.
Hold on, y'all. Let me
speak.
Let me see here. Aristo 4.
Where do you see that?
No, it pops up and says somebody's in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
I don't know Aristo 4, so I'm going to remove because.
But it might be somebody from one, because I know I invite a lot of people from the different singles group.
Okay,
So
y'all bear with me 1 second.
Did you say that?
Hello, Aristo 4. Hello, Aristo 4. Can you tell us who you are? They're connecting with audio. Hold on a second, y'all. Aristo 4. Hello? Aristo 4.
Hello, everybody. I'm from the New Harvest Church, and Archie invited me on the call, and there's another sister that's probably on that Aristo 4 that's trying to get in.
Okay.
I invited her.
Okay. And what's your name?
My name is Cherie
How do you
Bennett.
spell that?
Sir,
How do you spell that?
Cherie.
Okay. All right. And Cherie, I apologize for being so forceful with you. But
No problem.
We've had some people Zoom bomb us, and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't inviting somebody who might do that.
No, I understand. And like I said, another sister was trying to get on the call. So
Okay.
but we were invited by Archie.
Okay, good. All right. And looks like I got you on here twice. Maybe that's that other sister.
Yes. She has an Aristo 4. She's having tech difficulty. So I think she's trying to get in.
Okay. All right. So let me go back to, thanks for joining us, by the way, Cherie. Alicia, let me go back to, does it make sense what I said, ladies? See, this guy has insecurities and he doesn't know how to date. He doesn't know how to get into a relationship. And this is my assessment of him. Now, I've only been introduced to him based on what you said, Alicia, but this guy sounds to me like he was scared to do
Well,
what
you
a
know the
man-
situation with the guy from church. You already know about that situation because I talked to you about it.
Okay, well,
Wanting to bring me lunch and do all this stuff, but then not go through the proper motions of like what William said, the getting to know you phase. He was trying to skip steps, and it's like, no, dude, we not.
No. No, you all are right. Arvelia, you and Alicia and every other lady on the call that nodded and bobbed in agreement with, I ain't got time, okay. Y'all, when I finally got single, and so I was authorized now to start pursuing, because I think the man ought to be the pursuer. I had already been observing Kim, right? Sabrina, what's
We're
your
lurking.
I had already been observing Kim, and we had already had conversations because that's how I knew that she was available. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not going to pursue somebody that I haven't confirmed that they are available.
Right.
Like your boy say, Will Smith said on the song, I'm not into home breaking. I'm sorry. And I don't need that drama because I don't want to hurt somebody, or I don't want somebody to hurt me because he might be able to hurt me. I'm sorry, I don't need that. Okay. But y'all, I already knew that I wanted to get to know this lady with the hope that we could have a relationship. Now, the only way I could do that is we become friends. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm saying that to say, ladies, a guy will show you that he's interested in you. Your objective at that point is to ask yourself, why is he interested in me? What is he interested in me for?
What does that look like?
Well,
communication.
William, you were saying what?
I just come out and flat out tell you, I'm interested in potentially marrying you, but I want to get to know you first.
That's it.
I feel like it depends on the person, because I feel like.
Go ahead, Sabrina, I'm listening.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just like sometimes harder for me. I don't know. When Brother Bradley, when about like being guys, like, is it the same when you're kind of going from college students on up, or does that change?
Oh, that's a good question, Sabrina.
Because I don't know, because I know that some guys do change in their personalities because they get more mature and what they want to look for throughout their life. I just want to know where I am right now, because I am in a college situation. I want to know, does that change, and how do I know if I do meet someone that could potentially be a good person, he's just not the right person for me.
Right. Well, let me answer that. And Sabrina, thank you for asking that question, because y'all, Sabrina is communicating a very profound thought. And depending on where you are age-wise, certainly does determine how you date.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Sabrina, let me tell you, where you are right now, your
Amen.
dating should be focused on one thing,
Mhm.
helping you to see what you want and don't want in your husband.
Mhm.
But your husband is way down the line.
Way
Ladies,
down the
Real,
line.
for
ladies,
real, for real, for
ladies,
real.
ladies, am I telling her good or not? Somebody talk to me.
Telling,
You
you
told her
telling
right,
the
because
truth.
I can look at myself.
Am I correct? Because I do believe that some people do find that person at a younger age.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do
Just
think that it's
depends.
possible.
No,
But
it's
my
possible. It
thing,
just
my
depends.
advice to her would be is don't assume that.
Mhm.
Let it progress naturally.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And Avia,
Mhm.
I appreciate you clarifying that. It can happen at that age. However,
Mhm.
I'm going to warn you that depending on your dating prior to college, even,
Mhm.
did you have relationships with, and Lord have mercy, I hate to say this, but in our society, we have to qualify what we mean by relationships.
Mhm.
Right, right.
But if you had boyfriend, girlfriend, dang, that don't even clear it up. if you were in relationships where it wasn't sex driven,
Mhm.
you just got to know, the opposite sex, and you understood and you understand, kind of how they think and all that kind of stuff. If you did that, then you may be in a position from a maturity standpoint to know what you want and don't want, to know what you will tolerate and won't tolerate. Okay. So that's why I was saying at college age, you have to be real careful. Your dating should be not so much to marry, but to make sure you know what you want and what you don't want in a relationship. But Arvelia is absolutely correct. It can happen at college. You can meet your spouse in college. You absolutely can. Okay.
Brother Bradley, Brother James,
Thank you. Yes.
let me go a little further than that. I have a high school student, a daughter that's 18, and she asked me before she even started dating, Mama, can I start dating when I get in high school? And I said, sure, but I have to meet the man. But there was two of them that went to church. Church going, cool. They came up to me. They spoke. When they started talking to her, they start pressuring her. And I'm like, Kayla, how are they pressuring you? She said, Mama, I don't kiss. I'm like, okay, I know that. You was like that when you was a baby. So now since she in school, it's like guys pressure her. And I told her, they're pressuring you to see if you're easy, if you're gonna go all the way. Because you already telling me that girls from senior to freshman are having babies and they love it because their parents don't mind. I said, but you know how I am. I'm not one of them parents that say, oh yeah, y'all can sleep together, y'all can do that. That's not how I was brought up. So with that being said, if she's not looking into going further, and she always tell me, Mama, I want to pursue my education, go for it. Because I told her, there's somebody for you that God's going to show you and say, okay, he caught my eye, and vice versa. And y'all going to be talking, but y'all got to be equally yoked. And if y'all not equally yoked, y'all going to have problems.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Archie raised his hand. Go ahead, Archie.
I agree with Gwendolyn because my daughter, she didn't start dating until she was a senior in high school. Um, because I let her know that I raised, start telling her 9 years old, when she get to the point of date, the number one thing to look for, never date a man or allow a man to pursue you if he's not family oriented. That means that he's come to my house and come to worship and fellowship with us as a family. And I told her, the guy that don't want to come meet me, that is not the guy for you. Well, when she became a senior in high school, this one guy took up the challenge. He come to my house on Christmas Eve one evening, 10 o'clock at night. So I went off because I'm overprotective of my daughter.
Mhm.
He come to my front door. Nobody come to my front door. So I opened the door. He asked for my daughter. I couldn't open that door fast. And I said, who you looking for? And I opened that door and I said, well, look, she's next door. Now I'm 30 hot because her mother didn't let me know he was coming. So I told him, you go home and come back tomorrow. But in the process of that, they'd start dating in high school. I always told my daughter, no matter who you date, focus on your education. The number one thing about it, this young man might not be for you, but if you focus on your education, you will attract the man that fits your life.
Mhm.
But happening, they graduated high school together, they went to college together, and they spent 7 years in a relationship and they got married because I told her, get your education first. And they're married now. And then the education system. So I agree with William, but it's also start with us as parents of opening up and talking to our children and being honest and open with them dating. And we can save our children a lot of headache. But of course, we all from different backgrounds as well.
Yeah. William, I cut you off earlier and I apologize. And I'm sure you probably don't remember what you were trying to say. Do you? I hope you do.
I think I do. It was right after Sabrina was asking the question about the age making a
Right.
difference.
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
I think the point I was going to say back then, of course, I know we're moving on to something else now, but what I was going to say then was that I agree with that 100% because college William was shy and reserved and probably wouldn't have said anything. Probably would have taken longer to get to that point. But 34-year-old me today, I'm like, oh, really? I don't have time to waste either. So I'm more open to share what's on my mind because I don't want to waste my time. And I would also like for the woman to let me know that she's interested in me so that I'm not wasting my time with her as well. So it kind of goes both ways. I want to know if it's just like y'all want to know as well.
Yeah. And y'all, by the way, we got 6 minutes before 8, and we only go an hour. Y'all, this is the kind of dialogue that we're supposed to have on every topic that we have. So thank y'all for making this different. And I'm not saying I'm wrapping up, and it ain't gonna take me 6 minutes to wrap up. I don't mean to squash the dialogue either. But okay, so this idea of friendship, y'all. Now, the question came up about 5 to 6 years or 2 years. Y'all know my position, and that is dating anything less than 2 years with the idea of marriage is concerning and questionable. But listen at what I said, because Kim and I dated for 2 years, right? And we took that 2 years to get to know one another. But it didn't take 2 years for me to know that I wanted her to be in my life. We became friends. We then started dating, and we dated for 2 years. Anything less than that, y'all, and I'm just telling you, you run the risk of missing too many signs, and you could get yourself into a situation, because once you get married, once you get married, if you believe what the scriptures teach, you're locked in. So the 2 years that I was talking about, that I promote and advocate, is the 2 years once you've decided, okay, let's get serious and let's look at marriage. That 2 years is spent getting to know that individual. But y'all, we were friends before that. I mean, and it was no doubt in her mind, and not any doubt in my mind, that we wanted to try to make this thing something more than just friendship.
How did that look though?
Oh yeah, how did that look? Okay, that's a good question, and I'll have Kim on next week.
Okay.
He can because it looks different from my perspective as a man.
Right. I'm with you.
From a female perspective.
That's good.
I think you want to know from a female perspective.
Yes.
Well, both, really. Both.
Both. Yeah. No. I get that. Well, and I hate to try to do it in 3 minutes, Alicia.
So let me
Let's
step
do it next week.
in and say from my
William,
perspective.
go ahead, William.
What that looks like for me is me having a conversation early on. Once I've identified that this is someone who I possibly want to pursue as a spouse, I'm gonna say, look, this is what I am interested in doing. I don't want to rush this. I want to take my time and get to know you and let it develop on its own. I don't want to force it. I don't want to rush it, because I've done that before and it's always ended well. I don't want to go through that again. If you're interested, let me know. If not, then fine. We can just continue on as platonic friends and nothing more. No strings attached.
Right, y'all, and that is so important. It is so important, because let me tell you, you say that, William, to a woman who ain't trying to get married, don't have marriage on her mind, you ain't got to worry about her no more.
And that's what I want.
Ladies,
That's what I want.
Right.
Ladies, you tell a guy, okay, I'm dating, and I don't mean to be insensitive or whatever, but ladies, most of you are of older than Sabrina, and I gotta tell you, you all ought to be dating for one reason only.
Yeah.
And that is to get married.
Yeah.
And if you are dating for any other reason than that, you better go get copies of those temptation communications we did, that 6 weeks of temptation stuff. You better go get that. If you're dating for any other reason than to marry, first of all, shame on you for being this old. Dating like Sabrina is dating. I just call a spade a spade. I just do. Now, but I'm not judging you. If you're dating and that's all you want, do that and be the best dater.
Hey, James.
Yes.
Hey, tell me this, but what do you tell a young woman that's been dating the same person for 5 years? I mean, she met this someone I know that works at Eastside. She's been dating this young man for 5 years, and she's given away her good years.
Yeah,
I would say.
Well, let me ask.
This is a long time.
Well, let me ask this, Susan. I got a lot of questions, but this one question: are they living together?
No.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Somebody put a question. Yeah.
What if you're married and don't want to be married again? Oh, L. That.
Ooh.
I'm glad you said to everybody, because I just called your name. Okay, L says, what if you have been married and don't want to be married again? Okay.
That's fine too.
Stay single.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or communicate.
But L, are you asking, should you be dating?
No.
Hold on. She unmuted. Y'all hush now. Come on, L.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
What?
Wow.
Is it something wrong with me dating if my intent is not to be married again?
Okay. L.
Next week we don't have time. Next week.
That's gonna be a good topic for next week.
Brother James.
I can't wait till next week.
Did we get to this topic?
Woo,
Oh, yeah, popcorn red.
No,
James, did we even get through this topic?
no,
No.
no, we didn't.
No.
No,
You're gonna have to write it down.
Yes.
L, send that to me in an email.
Take a screenshot of what she put in the chat.
Please.
Oh, hold on. No. I can pull the chat down from
Okay.
Zoom.
Good question.
No, that is a good question.
Mhm.
I've made some statements, y'all, and I wanna talk some more about this friendship stuff.
Yes.
Because I don't care what you say. If you skip that step,
Right.
you are gonna have challenges
Yeah.
in your relationship, in your marriage. If you skip
Yes.
that step. It's all based on friendship. That woman in there is my best friend, y'all. Okay. Woo, Lord have mercy. Y'all made this good. This was fun. we actually had talk. Cherie, thank you for joining. And did the other friend get on, Cherie? Do you know?
She did.
Okay.
I am.
What's your
And
name? What's your
my
name?
my name is Susan as well, and I'm Cherie's mom.
Oh, good. All right.
And Susan,
Yeah.
are you married?
I am divorced.
Okay.
Welcome to the leprosy club.
Yes, there. It feels that way sometimes. It feels that way sometimes.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
I hate you all are getting ready to get off because you just made a statement and you said it's all based on the friendship. But my ex and I were friends for almost 20 years, and he's in the Bible.
Yeah.
And we stayed married less years than we stayed friends. I should have kept him as my best friend because when I married him, it went downhill.
Okay.
So how do you address that?
Susan, my beautiful wife, who's not on, we have a workshop for married folks called "Keep the Home Fire Burning."
Okay.
Hit it louder more.
And see what happened, Susan. What happened, Susan, is Susan, it's 8:03.
I know. I just wanted to drop that in your spirit before you got off.
Okay, Susan. Okay.
Yes.
Put that in the chat real quick. No, seriously. So that I can have that record because see what Susan just did, y'all. What Susan just did is potentially discourage or make y'all question that whole getting to be friends first. And what she's communicating, y'all.
No, and that's no, that's not my intent.
No, Susan. No, I didn't say that was your intent. No. But what I'm saying is, it would be easy for somebody to now walk away and say, well, what's the use in becoming friends then? If that can happen. And y'all.
Well, every situation and every individual is different. You cannot base your situation on anyone else's situation. Everybody is different. Every man is different. Every woman is different.
Right.
I dare to say you are so right. I would not go into still another relationship without being that person's friend first.
Amen.
Right. Now, while every situation is different, every person is different, that is true. However, there are some similarities as to how people can go from being friends to going to divorce. There are some similarities, some things that are common in those situations. But I'm glad that came up because that needs to be a part of this conversation that we're having. So with that, y'all, I'm going to sign off. Thank you, Susan and Cherie, for joining. Where did my friend go? I guess she dropped off already.
Arbelia.
I don't know.
No,
but I thank you for allowing us to join tonight. I've enjoyed what I heard.
Okay. Now, so what you all need to do, get my email address from Archie since he invited you. send me an email requesting to be added to the list. I will add you to the list and you will get the notification about the video conference every week.
Okay,
So I have to have your permission to add you to the list.
you
God
do, and
bless
I
y'all.
will.
God keep y'all, and let's look forward to getting together next week. Cause Arvelia done threw a wrench in this works.
Wow.
I'm glad she did, because it needs to be addressed. Night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
All right, good night.
All right.